Hi everyone, and welcome back to Stamp with Anna. And today I'm going to show you yet another project using the new Bubble Over stamp set that's in the the Occasions catalog. And today is January 3rd, so I can officially show you what's inside the catalog. And this is the bundle. It's called the Bubble Over bundle, and the stamp sets, you get 2 bottles, you get 4 sentiments, and you get labels of all kinds and bubbles, and it's great. There are 17 pieces in there. It has a coordinating die set, which is called the Bottles and Bubbles, and it has, I have the ones we're using today pulled off. It has 2 bottles, and it has all these labels. It has 4 caps, so if you're doing a lot of caps, you don't have to do them one by one. Stampin' Up! Has given you 4 caps. You get 2 straws, and you get all these labels. You get a thumbs up, you get a heart, and this one here makes a, if you die cut this in silver foil or gold foil even, it makes a great bottle cap. It really is a very, it's a cool set. This set happens to be the stamp of the month that is in my stamp of the month card kit that I'm kicking off this month. The way that works is, if you buy this bundle by January 10th, you will receive from me product for free to be able to make 3 additional cards with this stamp set. The cards that I will give you product for will only use this stamp set. So it's not like you have this, you buy this stamp set and then, oh geez, you need another. Nope, everything you need is in this stamp set and the die set. Now, the 3 projects that I'll be sending you supplies for are not the ones that I'm showing here on YouTube Monday, today, and on Friday. These are 3 additional ones. So you'll have these 3 ideas that I'm videotaping Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then I will send you product for 3 additional more. I will be doing a posting on my blog and on my Facebook later today just to show you the 3 cards that you'll get product for if you decide to buy this bundle from me. As a recap, on Monday, this was the card that I had originally made using the stamp set, and I made it standing up. It's a window card, and it opens up this way, and I clear emboss these cute little bubbles to mimic the bubbles on this paper. And then the one I made in my video, I just changed it up a little bit. I changed the orientation so that it opened this way. It's still a window card, and I changed the color scheme because the bottle that I chose is different. This bottle comes from the coordinating paper that you can get for free if you place a $50 order. And this is the paper here, and you'll see that it has all different bottles on it, and these small bottles can be die cut with the small bottle frame, and the large bottles can be cut with the large bottle frame. So it really is a great set, and this, to get the paper, coordinating paper for free, is really cool. But anyway, today we are making this card, and it's a little unconventional. It's not using the bright colors that are in the suite. I decided to make this as a Valentine's Day card for my husband. He loves soda, and as a matter of fact, we met over soda. So I decided to make him this. His favorite soda was grape soda, and I really should have done this with a purple. But because it was Valentine's Day, I wanted to have a little bit of pink in there, so I did it with pink. I might make him another one and change the bottle into a grape soda. I'm not quite sure. So let's get started. So what we need for supplies here, our card base is soft suede, and that is 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. Then this mat here is very vanilla, and that is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. Then we have a piece of crumb cake as a layer, which is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And then our card front is another piece of Very Vanilla, 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. We also need a scrap piece of vellum and a scrap piece of Whisper White. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to do all my die cutting together. I'm going to, and we also need a scrap piece of silver foil. I'm going to die cut my bottle out of the vellum. I'm going to die cut both of my straws from the white, and I'm going to die cut this piece here and one of the caps from my silver foil. And then I'm also going to die cut this from my white. So I'm going to go do all of my die cutting, and then I'll come back. Okay, I am back, and I did forget to tell you I needed to cut out that bottle in Whisper White as well, because I'm going to use that for my background. Now before we do any stamping, I'm going to put my bottle together, and it's really actually very simple, and I would suggest the fine tip glue pen for this. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of fine tip glue on the backs of my straw, and then I'm going to just attach them to the white bottle. Just cross them over like that. Now I need to attach my vellum bottle over this. Now I know we're always saying that everything shows up when you use an adhesive on vellum, but this really doesn't. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some snails, and since I'm making a label in the middle here, I know that I can put some snail here to keep the vellum in place. Now on the other places, like right up here, believe it or not, I'm just going to put a very thin layer of fine tip glue, and you'll see that when I attach this vellum to it, you're not going to be able to see that. I'm going to press it down, line it up nice. Now it's all secure, and see, you can't see the fine tip glue that I ran along the edges. You can see the snail, but you can't see the fine tip glue, which I think is just great. So now the next, I'm just going to straighten this out just a tad. The next thing I'm going to do is color my bottle. And the reason I didn't stamp my bottle with the bottle stamp is because I wanted it to look like it was half full. So what I'm going to do for that, I'm going to take a piece of scrap paper here, and I'm going to take a sponge, and using rose red, which is a color I never use, I'm going to just sponge. Okay, I'm just going to sponge a little bit up the neck. And I don't have to worry about it because I am putting a label over that. And you can make it as dark and as light as you want. And certainly you can use any color you want. If you drink Mountain Dew, make it lemon lime twist. If you drink soda, make it a brown. So there is my bottle. And see how it kind of just blends up there? It looks like it's really got something in it. So now I'm going to do my stamping. And I'm going to bring in this white little tag here. And from the stamp set, Jar of Love, I'm going to use this sentiment right here. You fill me with happiness. So again, with rose red, I'm going to ink my stamp up. And I'm going to stamp it towards the bottom of that. And it's a tight squeeze. It really is. But it fits. Okay, so there it is. And then in this bubble over, there's also a little heart. So I'm going to stamp that up with rose red and put that right there. All right, that's all my stamping for on my bottle. Now I'm going to take the silver foil label that I die cut, and I'm going to snip it in half. And I'm going to attach half on the top and half on the bottom to kind of make it, give it a border. I like borders. So I'm just going to attach that right there, and then take this one and attach it right there. And now I'm going to attach that to my bottle, and snail will work just fine on that. Okay, and then I'm going to take a rhinestone, and I'm just going to put that right in the middle of my heart. I know it's for my husband, but I have to add a little bit of bling to it. That's just me. So now my bottle is complete. And if you find that the snail isn't working because the ink is wet, either let the ink dry or go back with some fine tip glue, and it'll work fine. So now I'm going to make my back. Bring in my smaller Very Vanilla, and bring in my scrap paper again. And also from the Jar of Love, I'm using this for foliage right there. And I'm going to ink that up in Pure Pizzazz. And then I'm just going to place that off to an angle right there. Okay. And I'm going to put that aside. Now I'm going to put my card together because I don't want to have, this is going to be put up with dimensionals, and I don't want to have bulk. So what I'm going to do is put all of my back pieces together. So I'm going to bring in my soft suede, and I'm going to attach the larger of the Very Vanillas onto that. Just want to cap my fine tip glue so it doesn't dry out. Center that up, and you see I have a large border there. Then I'm going to come in with my crumb cake piece. And there's a small border there. And then I'm going to come in with this vanilla piece that I just stamped on. And there is a bit of a bigger border on that. I'll straighten that out just a tad. Oops. Oh, geez, my fingers won't work today. Okay. Now I'm going to turn my bottle over, and I'm going to put some mini Stampin' Dimensionals on the bottle. And I'm going to put 2 on the neck. And then for the body, I'm going to stagger them. 1 on the left, the right, 1 on the left, and another here on the left, and 1 in this corner. And that way I know it's going to be sturdy. Now I also want to hold down my straws because I don't want them to get bent. And what I'm going to do is on the edge of my dimensional, I'm going to cut a really thin strip. See that? I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to put each one on one little piece on each of my straws. Okay, and here's my other one. Peel that back off. And they're really tiny. It's tough to work with, but gets the job done beautifully. So I'm going to peel off all my backings. And I'm going to lay my bottle down right here. Oh, geez Louise. Okay, and I'm press. Now I'm going to take my silver bottle cap and with my tweezers, I'm going to turn it over and apply a little bit of fine tip glue to this. And I'm going to lay the cap right next to my bottle. Just a little detail that I thought was a cute detail. And there we have it. All done. How quick and simple was that? Lots of die cutting, but really more die cutting than stamping. So I have my Valentine's Day card already. Now I'm going to share with you how I came out with these sizes. I tried to put this in a big card, but I'm not one of those clean and simple type gals. I like to have everything filled. This is really about as much vacant space as I can have on one of my cards. So I found that I needed to keep shrinking so that I didn't have so much space to fill up. So that's how I came out with this tiny little piece at 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. I needed the height so that my bottle and my straws fit, and then I needed a coordinating width so that it had an even border. So that's how I came up with that. And then I thought that I would just alternate shade of brown because it's going to be for my husband. So there we have it. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you'll come back on Friday to see another project made using the bubble over stamp set and the coordinating dies. And if you like this project, and if you liked Wednesday's project, I encourage you to order this bundle by January 10th, and I will send you product to make 3 additional cards. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Occasions catalog, contact me through my blog, www.stampwithanna.blogspot.com, and I'll be happy to drop one in the mail to you. Thanks so much, and I'll catch you back here on Friday for another project. Bye-bye.